So what is a derivative? Derivative is a contract between two parties regarding buying or selling of some asset in the future at a value which is fixed today, right? Derivatives is, and this particular derivative derives its value from the underlying asset, because you know the contract value, if today is $100, in future if it becomes $120, now your contract is of how much value? $120, right? So is the derivative deriving the value from the underlying asset, which is a stock in that? That is the
Yes,
object,
sir.
correct? Yeah. So like let's say A and B are two parties, and A wants to buy wheat from B, okay, and A thinks that the wheat prices in the future are going to go up, okay, and it is better like to fix the price today with B for $100, okay, and they sign a contract as per which A agrees to buy wheat from B of some one like box, one bag wheat from B for $100 after 3 months. Okay, so this agreement is made today on like Jan 1st, and March 31st the agreement will be, you know, coming to the conclusion. That means on that day the agreement has to be fulfilled, or as per the agreement both the parties should perform what they have agreed to perform. So in this case A has agreed that A will buy one bag of wheat for $100. B has also agreed that B will be selling that one bag of wheat to A for $100. Okay, in this like contract, what is the underlying asset? The wheat bag. And let's say after 3 months the wheat bag, whatever A wants to buy from B, has become of $120. So what A can do, A can buy from B for $100 and sell it for $120 and make a profit of $20, correct? So
Correct, sir.
here the underlying asset was wheat bag. Just a second. So in this wheat bag is the underlying asset, and the contract value is increasing if the wheat bag value is increasing. Is it right, Bhargav? And this is
Yes,
a
sir.
perfect example of forward contract, right? Understood, Bhargav?
Yes, sir.
In this, A is the speculator. He is having bullish sentiments because he thinks the value will go up, and as the value will go up, he wants to make profit out of it. And B on the other side is party who is having bearish sentiments. In general terms, A is a baker. If you take an example of a baker would always be worried that he would be selling the cakes during the festival season, and he wants to get the price advantage. So if he makes a contract today and if he gets the wheat for some cheaper price, he can make the cakes like in the future and sell to the people, right, and make good profits out of that. If others have not done what A has done in the market, then A has price advantage, correct or not? Because he has fixed the cake price. He has fixed the price of the wheat today itself. If after 3 months the prices go up, others are going to buy the wheat for 120. They're buying it for $20 extra. So will they get price advantage? No, they will be A can make higher profits in this case, because For him, the wheat bag is costing $20 less, correct? And if he sells at low
Yes.
margin even, he is going to make this $20 extra with this particular contract what he has made with B. Yeah, now I understand the next other way around. If the prices don't go up and they fall for $80, let's say Australian wheat has flooded in Indian market and it has come for a very cheaper price and people are rushing to buy that, then what would happen? The prices may go down. And if the prices may go down, then what? Then A is going to incur a loss. Correct or wrong?
Correct, sir.
And anytime derivative is at zero sum game, one's gain is another party's loss at any cost. Fine. I would not
Yes,
say
sir.
that B is incurring a loss and B is very much unsatisfied. B is also satisfied with this. Why? Because B is a farmer. Farmers do not have speculative motive. They generally have a bearish sentiment.
Yes, sir.
Farmer is usually going to be hedger because farmer is going to, like, farmer is happy that yeah, for $100 the price is fixed. Farmer doesn't want the prices to go down. Okay, now it was from the baker's perspective. He was having a speculative motive. He has a bearish bullish sentiment. Let's say other way around, the farmer wants to make a contract with A. B is a farmer, wants to make contract with baker who is A. Farmer is worried that the prices may go down in the future. So he fixes the price for $100 with A and wants to sell at $100 only. If the prices go up, then farmer is going to lose. If the prices go down, let's say 70, then still farmer is going to sell at 80, at 100, right? So farmer is going to make $30 in this case. Right or wrong?
Correct, sir.
Farmer's gain is baker's loss. Baker's gain is farmer's loss. Any doubts in this, Bhargav?
No, sir.
Are you sure? Shall we move forward?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So there are 4 types of derivatives: forward, futures, options, swaps. Forward contract I have just explained you. Futures I will explain right now. What is the difference between forward and future? These are bespoke contracts. That means there is no specific lot size you have to buy or sell in case of forward contract, but this is not the case with futures. Here this is not a bespoke contract. Here lot size matters. What do you mean by lot size? If you want to enter into future agreement, you have to minimum buy, let's say 100 bags. Then only you can trade in futures market. Here only that agreement was for 1 bag, correct? Here minimum how many bags you have to buy? 100 bags.
100 bags.
Now you will be having a question, sir, how come I can buy 100 bags? Don't worry, they will give you loan for that. Okay, they'll give you loan for that.
Loan.
Yeah, so like say 100 bags is costing 1 lakh. They say you that you just make a payment of 10%. Okay, that is they ask you to maintain some margin. This is called margin requirements. Okay, this is called initial margin. That means to enter into a future contract, you should minimum have 10% of that contract or lot size, and then 90% they'll be funding you. Okay, and now you tell me, Bhargav, here for 1 bag, if you make a profit of $5, for 100 bags, you're going to make profit of
500.
$500.
$500.
Now you tell 100 times more or not in this case. Yes. And what is the
Yes.
charges you're paying? Interest charges of $30, let's say, and GST or tax of $10, let's say, and service charges, whatever brokerage charges. All in all, you're going to take home $450. Is it not good? Yes.
It's good, sir.
But here, if you lose, you're going to lose $5. Here you are going to lose the entire $500. The loss is going to be big. Profit is going to be big, so loss is going to be also very big. Correct? Because the lot size is very high. So futures
Yes.
can make you very rich and futures can also break you. So the problem, and one more point is, this is like, here there's no central counterparty. It is just between 2 parties who are A and B. Futures are exchange traded. What is that?
Futures are exchange traded.
They can be traded in stock exchange. Okay, and here there is chance of default as well. Default risk is there. See, I'm just teaching you from all my experience, and like it's okay, right? other things you can just catch up with this chapter. Derivatives, I don't think
Yes.
every topic, every theory has to be read. Here, what I said, default risk. That means one party out of the two can default. The payment, the party who is paying can default, but here there is no default happening. Okay, why default doesn't happen? Because both the parties have to deposit some amount, 10% as initial margin, and always should then they say that if at all this margin goes down and it goes to 6,000, let's say, so they have to again if the margin goes down to, let's say, $2,000, so they should always try to maintain this much maintenance margin. What is this called? Maintenance margin. They have to fill or add $4,000 to the account again. Are you understanding?
Could you explain that last part again, sir?
See, initial
Maintenance
margin
margin.
is 10%. That is always that is 10,000 is the requirement for you to enter into the contract. And if it
Okay.
goes,
Yes.
they always want you to maintain $6,000 in the account. Let's say the losses you have incurred is till the extent of $2,000. That is 8,000 worth of loss you have incurred. So from your account, this will be deducted 8,000. Correct? You are left over with how
Yes, sir.
much? 2,000. Again, you have to deposit $4,000 to make this to $6,000, because you should always maintain this margin. Okay, it's
Yes, sir.
your wish. You can also add more, uh, like uh, uh, $4,000 to like all to keep it 10,000. But that is the only requirement when you want to enter into the contract. They always wanted to maintain 60% of the initial margin. That is 6,000. So if it goes down below
Okay.
6,000, you have to add the amount. That's it. Okay. Now
Yes, sir. So this maintenance margin is customizable or it is fixed?
it depends. Like it depends for every stock or every stock or commodity. It is not the same. It depends upon commodity to commodity and stock to stock based upon their prices.
Okay, sir.
Okay, madam. Okay, Bharat.
Yes.
And just a second, just wait. I'll just put my laptop on charge. Just a second.
Yes.
So yeah, so you understood this concept, right, Bhargav?
Yes, sir.
Now the problem is in both, yeah, so here delivery, here no cash settlement. And here delivery is also possible. Here the trade is cash settled. And I think in some cases delivery also happens. What is cash settled? Because countries buy oil futures, right? And the countries which are trading in oil, in the sense the countries, there's GCC countries, Gulf countries, they send the consignment. Isn't it so? Through ship. They send the crude oil through ship. So what do you mean by cash settlement, Bhargav? Let's say if at all A and B are trading in futures. A has bought a futures contract for $100. If it goes up to 120, A will get $20 in A's account, and that will be deducted from whose account? B's account.
Please, sir.
So here minus 20, here plus 20. Okay. So in this case, there is no chance of default, right? Because they have to maintain that margin always, and
Yes.
the trade is cash settled. Fine. Now, what is the problem with this two is there is no protection you have. Let's say A has bought a stock from B for $100, and A thinks that it will go up, it will become $120. What if it goes down to $70? So who is going to lose money? A, right? And who is going to gain in this? B. Correct or wrong?
Yes.
But if A would have taken a call option, he would have saved himself from this loss. So now we are going to come into the options. In option contract, there
Yes.
is an option writer.
Sir, what? Sir, there are two things here: cash settled contracts and deliverable contracts. Both are different, or comes under the same
Carry
topic.
forward is a deliverable contract. Their delivery also happens. One party is going to deliver goods to other party, right? And in case of
Yes, sir.
futures, it's cash settled only. But in some cases, I think delivery also happens in case of oil. You will see here just a second.
Oh,
In practice, forward contract may be a deliverable. I said right. In our forward contract example, this means that the payment and shares must be exchanged at the settlement date. A cash settled contract specifies that only gains and losses from the forward contract exchange at settlement. I showed you that in the case of futures, correct?
yes.
Is it right?
Correct, sir.
Yeah. So hedging, already I have explained you, right? Hedging in case of that farmer's example, correct?
Mm,
I told you, right? Hedging is nothing but the farmer is fearing that the prices will go down. So he fixes a contract with A that he wants to sell it for $100. So he's taking a short position. Who is long? Who is short in that? Long is always, you understand, long is the buyer. If you take a forward contract, a long forward, that means you are seeing that the prices will go up and you want to make profit from that. What is short forward? You want to sell.
prices will
Right? Sorry.
fall down and we will sell.
Yeah, you
Prices will
want to
fall
sell
and
it.
we will sell.
Yeah, you want to sell it so that when it falls, you can buy and deliver, so that you can make profit from the difference. For example, you want to sell it for $100. Okay, you want to sell
Yes,
it for
sir.
$100, but if the price goes to 70, you can buy at 70 and sell at 100, right? And make profit of 30. Correct or wrong?
Yes, sir.
Understood, Bhargav?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I was into this futures, right? There is the future options. There are two parties. One is option writer and one is option writer is also called as option seller. Other party is option buyer. What does option buyer do? Option buyer makes a premium payment to option writer for one stock, whatever he is buying. They fix it to, let's say, $5 per stock. And here option buyer wants to take an option from option writer to buy a stock for some price in the future. I have already given the example of admission form, right? With respect to options. Do you remember?
No, sir.
Okay, no problem. Generally, first of all, what is an option? You should understand that. See, option is a contract whereby uh, it gives a right to the buyer to buy the stock in future at some price agreed today or pre-agreed price. But it does not create an obligation on buyer to definitely buy that stock. See, what is the difference between right and obligation? Right means you can buy, okay, or you may not buy. But obligation is what? You have to do it at any cost. Example, Bhargav, you want to enroll your brother in a college, in a school, right? So you are considering
Yes,
three
sir.
schools. One is nearby your house, one is 5 kilometers from away your house, and one is 10 kilometers away from your house. The school which you are considering, which is nearby from your house, just a second, this is very loose connection. Actually, I fell down today very badly, having severe pain
No,
today.
sir.
Yeah, I was playing squash, so I fell down. So I didn't take the previous class because of pain. But tomorrow you are not coming to class, so I am taking. Okay. So this is a what we say school which is nearby from your house, and here the fees is 50,000 rupees, and the form you have to fill up. Why you have to fill up the form, Bhargav? So that in the future, the people who have filled the form have reserved uh, the reserved the probable admission in the future. Without filling up the forms, do you think the school is going to entertain you? No. That is,
No,
of
sir.
course, a very good income for them. Your Christ College makes very good amount of money in this, right? Because many people fill the form for that. Any school, any college does. I don't want to name any school, any college. That's let's leave that. So, what we're saying, yeah, this school wants to like if you want to take admission in this school, you have to fill up the form for 500 rupees. This is a normal budget school. This is 100,000 rupees, and here the form is of 1,000 rupees. This is an international school, 5 lakh rupees, and the form is also 5,000 rupees. And this school has a very good, very big ground, infrastructure, air conditioners. It's a very posh kind of school, and all breakfast. So 5 lakh rupees. Okay. Now, what happens, Bhargav? If at all you go to the school and tell that I'm going to pay you, so you have finalized the admission in this and you are making an advance payment to them of 2.5 lakhs, and they have allotted the seat to you. Final. Okay. Are you following?
Yes, sir.
You made a contract with them because you knew that in future, like seeing the demand, there may be people who may be ready to pay 6 lakhs, 7 lakhs also. So you made an advance payment of 2.5 lakhs. Seeing that, if you take an admission over there, that's okay. If not, you can give it to someone else, right? You can sell it to someone else, whatever, doesn't matter. And like every form you have filled and you have submitted in the school, but here you have made the final payment, like means advance payment. After 6 months, when they call for interview, and then say like you are shifting to some other city, you ask them for the payment refund, they won't pay. Why? Because they say that we have allotted the seat to you and we have not taken any admission for that seat. It's going to be a loss for us. Once you make the payment
Yes.
here, it is an obligation. You have to take the admission or you have to leave it, or else you can ask someone else to join that, or you can sell it to someone else. Correct? But they should also
Correct.
match the school's criteria. It is here. It is an obligation or not? Tell me.
It is an obligation.
But let's say you have just filled up the form and you did not pay 2.5 lakhs. At home, you're all discussing what to do. And this, you say that this is very far away and out of budget. This is not that standard. This is okay, matching your budget and matching everything. And also the education is reasonably good. Education wise, both are same, but these has various amenities. Today people charge for amenities. And then you finalize here. So you have filled the form for all the schools. Here and here you are not taking admission. Here you are taking the admission. So can they tell you to take the admission? Can they force you? No, because you have not made the advance payment, or you have not committed that you will take the admission with them. You have just taken the forms of those schools and filled up and submitted. That form is giving you a right to take admission. That means if I have to say you have taken option to take admission. What have you taken? The form
Option.
is like option to take admission. But can they force you to take admission once all the interview process is done?
No.
Why? Because there is no
Because we still
obligation
haven't
from your
paid
part.
advance.
There is
Yes.
no obligation from your part to take the admission. Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
Shall I be assuming that you got it?
Yes, sir.
There is no obligation from your side to take the admission. They cannot force you even. It's not like a contract which is binding both the parties. This is like a contract which is binding the parties. You have already made the payment. Here you have taken the option to take admission, but not the admission itself. Option to take admission is in future, if you may like it, you may take. If you don't, you may let that option lapse, or you may not take the admission. Finish. If it is worthy, beneficiary, and it is benefiting you, then only you'll take the admission. Otherwise, you won't take the admission. Finished. That is what option is all about. So here, what happens, I will tell you. So there is a option writer and there is an option buyer. Option buyer wants to buy SBI stock in the future, okay, because the buyer knows that the stock price is going to go up. Today the stock is trading at $100. In future, the buyer knows that it is going to go up till 150. So the option buyer buys an option from the option writer by making a payment of $5 for each stock, okay, and the strike price what option buyer has fixed is $150. What is the strike price or exercise price?
150.
150. So
150.
here, yeah, the spot price is how much? $100.
$100.
The strike price is how much? Okay, I'll put it as K. $150. Now, let's say the market price of the stock has gone to $180. I'll put it as X. Exercise price, $180. Now you tell me, X is greater than S naught or not? X is greater than K or not? Please tell.
It is.
X is greater than K. That means your stock price right now or your exercise price is more than the strike price, correct?
Yes, sir.
Can you exercise the option? Yes, it is in the money. What is that called?
In the money.
In the money. That means 180 minus 150. 30 you have got as the value of the call option, VC. But your profit is how much? 30 minus 5, the premium you paid, 25, correct?
Yes, sir.
Here the underlying asset is stock and the call option has taken and the value of the option is based upon that underlying price, correct or wrong?
So what was K?
K was your strike price. X is your exercise price.
Uh, Strike price means?
You have fixed the price at which you want to buy.
Okay, okay, sir. Understood.
Understood?
Yes, sir.
Now, this is what we have discussed till now. Now, my question to you is, let's say the stock is not going to 150. It's just going to be 120. Not 120. How much was the stock price? The stock, the strike price is 150. The exercise price is 180. The option is in the money. 30 value of call option minus 5. The option premium 25 is your profit. Let's say the stock price, okay, has gone to 130. Will you exercise the option?
No, sir.
Why? You will always
Because
exercise the
I
option
will
if you
face a
are in
loss.
benefit. If you are in profit, you will never exercise the option when you are in losses. Correct?
Yes, sir.
That is what is the only benefit with option. In futures, let's say if the futures price you fixed is 150, okay, and the stock price goes to 120 in the futures contract, you are going to incur losses 100% of 30, because here you are having an obligation. In case of future, there is an obligation. It is a contract which binds. It is not like options. But here you have just taken the right to buy the stock. There is no obligation on you, correct? You have taken the option to buy the stock, not the stock itself. Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
If it goes to 130, you will let the option lapse. And the minimum loss what you're going to incur is the premium price, $5. Finished. Here the loss is going to be $30 or even more bigger if the price goes down. Here the loss is going to be only the premium what you're paying. Are you understanding?
Yes, sir.
So in case of
And sir,
profits, sorry.
mm, what I was asking is, in real life, when we actually do futures and options,
Hmm.
it is usually the premium price that keeps fluctuating and we gain in that way, no?
Who said?
Because as the contract starts coming closer, its price starts falling down.
See, listen, I'll tell you. Here there are two perspectives. Listen here.
Yes,
Here there are two parties, option buyer, option seller or writer.
yes,
Let's say the strike price is 150. Exercise price is 180. Option premium is $5. Now in this, who is benefiting? Buyer, right? He is buying the
buyer.
stock at 150 and selling at 180. He is making gain of 30, correct? The value of the call option is
Yes,
30,
sir.
correct?
Yes,
Here
sir.
there is a scope of unlimited gain for buyer. Whatever the unlimited gain of buyer is, it is loss for the writer. Because here,
Yes, sir.
if 30 is made by the buyer, 30 is lost by the writer. Only 30 minus 5. 25 is the loss he has, correct? Because he has made
Yes, sir.
he has got the premium, right? How much ever
Yes,
the profit goes up, goes up, goes up, the stock price goes up, goes up, goes up, that much buyer has the profit, that much loss the seller of the option incurs. But if the price goes down to, let's say, 100, there's a loss of 50, correct? But who is not going to exercise this option? Buyer.
the buyer will
Correct
not
or wrong?
exercise.
And that is a loss for
Correct, sir.
whom? Seller. So what's the
Seller.
minimum loss to seller? Hello.
Yes, sir.
The loss to the seller is to the extent of what? $150, right?
Yes, sir.
The entire value of the stock is lost for seller if the value goes down, 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 down. Last only till how much the loss would be? 150. Can it be more than that?
Yes, sir.
See, if the stock has reached 100, 50 ka loss. If it has reached 50, 100 loss. If it has reached 150, all 150 loss. Correct or wrong?
Correct, sir.
Only out of that 5 he will recover. That's it. This was about the call option. Any doubts in this, Bhargav?
Your voice is breaking.
Can you hear my voice right now? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now it's audible.
Yeah. Can you is it clear to you, Bhargav? Please confirm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now we will go into put option. 2 minutes, Bhargav. Give me 2 minutes. Hello. Yeah. We'll discuss about the put option. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
In case of put option, that is more from the hedger's point of view. There's an option writer, option buyer wants to buy an option, and the exercise price, strike price is 100. So what is strike price of 100? Option, put option is nothing but option to sell. So B has taken an option to sell, and call option is option to
Bye.
here. B has taken the put option, that is option to sell, from whom the option writer made a premium of $5 is the premium amount. Correct or wrong? Hello.
Correct, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
that is charged by the writer. Now the stock goes down. After 3 months, the stock price goes down to 50. We will exercise the option because it is in the money. Because the exercise price, which is this strike price, correct?
Yes, sir.
And the stock price right now, what did I say previously? I was saying stock price and exercise price, correct or wrong, Bhargav?
Yes, sir.
I was a bit confused. This was the strike price and this was the stock price, correct? Exercise price is the strike price, correct or wrong?
Okay.
You want to exercise the option at this price only, right?
Yes, sir.
So if your stock, in case of call option, if your stock price in the future is more than the strike price, I will not say this is exercise price. Just a second. I don't know, like strike and just give a second. Just give a second.
ఏమో అన్నారు కానీ మా పిల్లి వరకు ఇచ్చాను ఎప్పుడు ఎప్పుడు రోజుగా నచ్చాను 2 నెలలు అయింది ఆడ సాయి ఏమో హాల్లో ఉంటుంది కదా వల్ల కాదు ఫ్రెండ్స్ పక్కనే దొరికారు అది ఆఫీసర్ వాళ్ళనే తిరుగుతున్నారు ఇది రూమ్ కావాలి అట్లా కరెంట్ ఉన్నది నేను మాట్లాడే కావాల్సి అన్నారు నేను ఇంట్రెస్ట్ అయినట్టే చేస్తాను టీవీకి వాళ్ళకి చేస్తాను నాకు ఎట్లా ఉన్నాను కానీ అదే అలా అన్నారు సరే మేము టీవీ చెప్పండి మన రాధాకృష్ణ పక్కన శ్రీకాంత్ 2 సందులు 2 సందులు లాండ్రీ లైన్ ఉంటా లాండ్రీ కాకుండా
Hello. Hello, Bhargav.
Yes, sir.
Here in this case, this K was the strike price, right? And K is also called as exercise price. Strike price is also called as
Exercise price.
at which you want to exercise the option contract. And X is called the stock price. If your stock price is more than exercise price or strike price, then what? Can you exercise the call option?
Yes, sir.
Of course, Bhargav. If your stock price is 80 and your exercise price or strike price is 150, you can exercise the option. You'll get the value of the call option as 30, right? And then you deduct
Yes,
the
sir.
premium, you get 25. That's it. So strike price and exercise price can be used interchangeably. Now here X is equal to 100 is the stock price, is the strike price, Bhargav. I'm writing it here. Your strike price is how much, Bhargav? X is equal to 100. What is your stock price right now?
50.
How much?
50.
50. Your strike price is more than stock price. Can you exercise the option in case of put option? Yes. If your strike price is more than stock price, you want to sell at 100 and right now the price is 50. You can buy at 50 and sell at 100, right? And make a profit of, and value of the put option will be 50. Minus 5, the premium, 45 is your profit. Can you exercise? Is it in the money?
Yeah. Sure.
So if you have a contract to sell, you need to buy to close it. If you have contract to buy, you need to sell to close, right? To exit. And if the stock price goes to 150, will you exercise the option, Bhargav?
No, sir.
No. So what will be the minimum loss for you?
$5.
So as the price is going down, you are making gain. How much ever you are making gain, that much ever loss to writer. Correct? Correct? And the loss to writer will be maximum to how much? $100 only, because below that it can't go. And in case of call option, unlimited loss. In case of put option, loss is restricted to the price, strike price only. Correct or wrong? And if it goes
Correct,
up,
sir.
is not, the option buyer is not going to like put option buyer is not going to exercise the option. Okay, in that case, what happens? The loss is going to be how much? If it goes to 150, option buyer is not going to exercise the option. For seller, it is going to be how much? He has to sell at 100 only. He has to buy
150.
at 150 and sell at 100. It's going to be unlimited loss, correct?
Yes, sir.
That's what. So this is what is all about the put option what we have discussed right now. So again, I'll put a chart. Speculators go for this. Hedgers go for this. Bullish sentiments. Bearish sentiments. Of course, lot size is required here. Exchange traded. And here, if the stock price, which I put as S, is more than the strike price, okay, or exercise price, okay. If stock price is more than strike price or exercise price, then the option is in the money, correct? Should be exercised. Yes. Understood, Bhargav? And if the stock price is less than strike price or exercise, option is worthless. Let it lapse. Are you following, Bhargav?
Yes, sir.
And we have discussed about the gain and loss, right? Unlimited gain for whom? Buyer. And whatever the gain
Buyer.
for buyer is, loss for seller.
Seller.
In case of not exercising the option, the loss is only the premium amount, okay. And for seller, whatever the price goes down, they have to buy at like if the price is going down, okay, that much loss to whom? Seller, right? Correct.
Yes, sir.
In case of the price going up, unlimited loss. In case of the price going down, as the option buyer is not going to exercise the option, for buyer at the minimum loss is the premium amount. For seller, it is a gain, correct or wrong, of $5.
Yes.
Correct or wrong? Yes.
Yes, sir.
In case of price going up, seller has a loss. In case of price going down, definitely the buyer is not going to exercise the option. So who has made the gain here by getting the premium amount? Who has made the profit? Hello.
Seller.
Who has made the profit by taking the premium amount?
Seller.
Seller. That's what. Seller gets the premium. In this case, if the stock price is going down, if the stock price is less than the strike price or exercise price, okay. So in this case, the stock price was 180, strike price was 150. In this case, stock price is 50, strike price or exercise price is 100. So it is in the money, right?
Yes, sir.
If the price is going down, and if the stock the stock price goes till 0, that means whole profit is the option buyer's profit, and that much is the loss for option seller. If the price goes up, who is not going to exercise the option? The buyer. For seller, the profit is the premium amount. Correct or wrong?
Yes, sir. Correct.
Yeah. So if the stock price is more than the strike price or exercise price, worthless. Let it lapse. Okay. If the stock price is more than, I'll write 3 points more. See, if the stock price is more than strike price, in the money. If the stock price is equal to strike price, at the money. Correct.
Yes.
If the stock price is less than strike price, out of the money. In both the cases, the option is worthless. It will not be exercised. And because here also, if the stock is at the money, okay, the option buyer is not going to get any profit. It is break even, but he is going to make the premium amount or not? He is going to make the premium amount payment or not?
He will, sir.
He will. So is it going to recover the money in this case? No.
No.
If the stock is equal to strike at the money, if the stock is more than strike, stock is less than, no, yeah, this one we discussed, right? This was out of the money. If the stock is more than strike, is it in the money or out of the money? Out of the money, input option, right?
Yes, sir.
If it is 150 and this and your strike price is 100, it is out of the money. And if stock is equal to strike, at the money. Finished. These are the all things related to options. I think swaps is not discussed in your first chapter. No. So we option like swaps we will be covering up. I think it will take some time, Bhargav. We have already reached 1 hour time. See, the thing is, the chapter which I've taken, I've given all the concepts to you in practical. Okay. Now in the next
Yes,
class,
sir.
we will be discussing the theory and also practically I'll give you the example regarding swaps, how it works. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay,
I
sir.
have not only covered the topic what we are studying, I have covered the next topic details also. See,
Yes, sir.
margin, initial margin, maintenance margin, correct? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So next topic we'll do swaps and finish the swaps topic also. So first and second chapter I'm targeting, I'll try to finish. See here also, I've given you this point, right? This much is the profit, unlimited profit. So for long call, that means the person who has taken the call option, who has bought the option to buy a stock, he is long call, and the other guy who is selling the option is short call.
Short.
Long's gain is short's loss. So this also we have discussed. In next class we'll discuss with diagram also. Don't worry. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm targeting 2 topics at a time. Whenever we take the next class, first 2 chapters will be done for this. Fine.
Okay, sir.
Okay, Bhargav.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Bhargav, are you following?
Hello.
Yeah. Okay. So next class
Yes,
is
sir.
day after tomorrow. Yeah. Next class is day after tomorrow, right, Bhargav?
Okay, sir.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. Next
Yes,
class
sir.
is
Can
day
you
after
hear me?
tomorrow, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Okay then. Okay. Okay, Bhargav. Then. All the
Okay, sir.
best for your exam.
Okay, sir.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.